Well, you've joined the Gemma here on the Happy Sound of Capital Radio, and today I am joined by Yusuf from Richmond Sterling Law, and we're going to be chatting a little bit about one of his clients, which is Mini Athletics. It's a UK-based company originally, and it's now across 5 locations in Dubai. So, Yusuf, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, Gemma. Thanks very much. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely great this Saturday. And yes, can you tell me a little bit about your client, Mini Athletics, because they're now doing really well here in Dubai, how people can get involved in this?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, I'm Yusuf Ahmed, and I'm an international lawyer and legal consultant originally from the UK. I'm the chief executive of Richmond Sterling Law, which is a boutique international legal consultancy that provides specialist legal services to select private clients. And one of my clients that I'm particularly proud of acting for is Mini Athletics. They are originally from the UK, where they have been operating for a good number of years to become the largest provider of grassroots athletics classes in the UK. They're now here in Dubai, up and running across 5 locations.
That's absolutely amazing. So your clients then, they chose to come from the UK over to Dubai. What was the reason behind that? What is it that Dubai can offer?
So they had been running in the UK for a good number of years, well established, and as I said, became the largest provider of grassroots athletics classes in the UK. And so they were naturally looking towards international expansion. And that's where they got in touch with me. I advised and assisted them on their expansion into the UAE market and on setting up in Dubai. And I think there were so many things that appealed to them about Dubai, it being such a happening place, the weather, the sunshine, the warmth, the upbeat environment. And I think they wanted to bring their classes that had been running so well in the UK to Dubai, and they're all about getting kids aged 2 to 7 running, jumping and throwing by participating in fun-filled athletics classes, especially prepared for young children.
That's amazing. And obviously, coming from a fitness background myself, and obviously I'm teaching people all the time fitness, one of the things that I see a big market for is in children's exercise. What I see a lot of is there's lots of clubs and activities, gymnastics, you've got the basketball, football, dancing, kind of clubs that really develop in a specific sport or specific area. But what is it about Mini Athletics that's really appealing? What would you say? Because the 2 to 7 age group is a real key time to grasp children into physical activity. And as we know, if they start young, they're more likely to develop that into adulthood and build it into a lifestyle. So what is it that Mini Athletics can do that is maybe different, or the type of clients they might attract? Maybe if they have children that are not sure if they want to do basketball or football, what can they offer to them?
Yeah, it's a good number of points that you mentioned there. I think Mini Athletics might be one of the first of its kind in the country, in that it's an athletics club that's specifically for young children, and the skills that the youngsters develop in these classes can then be used in a wide range of sports, promoting a healthy and active lifestyle from an early age. The classes are friendly and fun. They are packed full of enjoyable physical activities for 2 to 7 year olds, and as well as all the fun and enjoyment from running, jumping and throwing, the kids also develop important transferable skills, for example in listening and understanding instructions, counting, colour recognition, sharing, teamwork and supporting others, as well as competing individually and collectively as a team. So it stands them in good stead.
That's great. Okay, so it's more than just the athletic side. We're looking at kind of mental development, just coordination, basic skills, and interaction socially, I guess, as well with that. We're going to take a short break now. We're going to come back straight afterwards. We're going to talk a little bit more about mini athletics and also how people can get involved in this. So we'll be back shortly. Oh, you back with the Gemma on the happy sound of Capital Radio, and today I'm talking to Yusuf from Richmond's Sterling Law, and we're talking all about Mini Athletics Club, which is a grassroots children's athletics club originally from the UK and now can be found in 5 locations across Dubai. Now, Yusuf, before the break, we were talking about the different activities that children aged between 2 and 7 can get involved with. We were talking about it being more than just about the athletics and also incorporating different skills and social elements to that as well. Now, what were some of the challenges that your client faced when setting up in the UAE? Because I understand they came from the UK. You yourself are a UK based lawyer. So what is it that you're involved?
Yeah, well, there is that initial unfamiliarity with a new territory, a new market. So that's where I step in. Incidentally, I am based in Dubai, so I'm perhaps a market entry expert. So that's why they reached out to me to advise and assist them with setting up in Dubai. And some of the challenges can involve identifying a suitable structure for the business, how it's going to be set up. It's not quite as simple and straightforward as it is in the UK, where it's generally pretty straightforward in terms of setting up a business and away you go. It doesn't quite work like that in the UAE. You need to identify the correct structure, and there's quite a choice to choose from. And then another challenge that we experienced was getting the external approvals, which are necessary for a sports club operating in Dubai. So that was something that we had to do, and I, of course, assist them with that, getting set up, and then be there to guide them each step of the way in their business journey thereafter.
Excellent. And yeah, this is one of the things I think we find a lot in the UAE and particularly in Dubai as well. When people are looking for, let's say, clubs for their children, or even if they're an adult and they're wanting to take part in physical activity, there are a lot of people out there, particularly on places, social media, that you can find advertising their services as a trainer or maybe a coach to help children. But there's a lot more to it. There's actual legal processes that are really important to follow. What would your advice be to the general public if they're looking to put their child into some kind of club or they're looking for some activity themselves? What kind of things should they be checking, particularly if they're looking for like a coach that's, let's say, freelancing? What kind of licenses and things are involved in legally setting up in the UAE?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, the sports club should be properly licensed. So that's the first thing that they should look out for. Does the club have the appropriate licenses in place for the club itself? And then as a secondary point, for the coaches as well, they should be licensed to conduct the classes and have appropriate coaching badges or qualifications. So these are all things that the parents should look out for.
Yeah, that's great, and I think that's a key point as well, because it's very easy for somebody to call themselves maybe a coach. Maybe they've had some, let's say, experience in their home countries, but of course translating that across to somewhere like Dubai, if they're not correctly licensed, there could be potentially legal implications for the clients as well as the sports club or the instructor themselves. Is that right?
Absolutely, that's correct, and that's one of the functions of the external authority. In this case, it was the Dubai Sports Authority, I think, and they conduct these checks as well. So when you're going to apply for the relevant external approvals, you need to be able to show them that the coaches who are conducting the classes are appropriately qualified, and they check these things and then issue the approval accordingly.
Yeah, so a great key point there, because it really just assures the quality really of the kind of training levels, and you're investing money into your child's welfare to get them active. You want something good, but at the same time you need to make sure that they're safe, they're going to receive proper coaching direction, and they have kind of all the background in order to be able to do that. So that's great. So this is Yusuf from Richmond Sterling Law, UK and Dubai-based solicitor, helping different companies set up in the UAE, and we've been talking about mini athletics. They can be found in 5 locations across the UAE. Thank you very much, Yusuf, for your time. We'll chat some more soon, I'm sure, in future, and thank you very much.
Thanks, Gemma. Catch up soon.